I want to bring in now Alabama Congressman Robert Aderholt, ranking member of the Appropriations Subcommittee that oversees funding for the Justice Department and will question the Attorney General tomorrow. Good to see you. Welcome to the program. Thanks for being with me. So it's a House led by Democrats. What can we expect at this hearing tomorrow, or testimony tomorrow?
Well, of course, our committee tomorrow is about the appropriations process. We are responsible for the funding of the Department of Justice. They have submitted a budget of around $30 billion for FY 2020, and that's what this hearing is supposed to be about. But unfortunately, because now the Democrats are in control of the House and, of course, in control of the committees, there is a fear that this will turn into something about the Mueller report, and we want to really focus on what the issue at hand is. Now, Chairman Serrano of New York is the chairman of the committee, and he has always been very straightforward, so I'm hoping that he will keep this on track and make sure that that's exactly what we look at is the budget for next year's for the Department of Justice, and like I said, it's $30 billion.
You know, it's so interesting, and you speak to that kind of slip to the next message that the American public is so angry with Congress about. You know, I mean, you want to talk about $30 billion of American taxpayer money for the fiscal year 2020, but you already are conceding that this easily could slide into the next topic having to do with the Mueller report. Here's Acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney on it.
Democrats really were caught flat-footed. They really did believe that Mueller would find collusion and find obstruction. The Democrat Party is infested with what we call Trump derangement syndrome. They still cannot accept the fact that he won the election, and they'll do anything they can to try and either undo that or prevent that from happening again.
Congressman Aderholt, if this, as anticipated, goes a bit sideways and becomes a battle about the Mueller report, what will you as Republicans do in the room?
Well, my focus will be, again, we'll try to be on just what the budget is, but at the same time, the bar has said that he will release this report within the next couple of weeks, I think mid-April, and here we are already well into April, so it'll only be a few more days before that report comes out. So the Judiciary Committee has taken this up, and the Judiciary Committee is really a committee that would discuss, but be more focused on this. Appropriation is more about the budget, or exactly that's what it is about, is the budget. And so that's what the hearing tomorrow has been dedicated to. We have a couple hours with the Attorney General, and it's important that we know how that we can best fund the Department of Justice to make sure they're doing their mission and they're having the resources to do it.
You know, I always have a question about how things really are. And when you hear the Acting White House Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney, talk about the politics of this, do you see it that way?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this, as you know, this goes back to over the last 2 years that the Democrats cannot figure out how Donald Trump won. We know that he won because he has a message that resonated with the American people. And the Democrats are now trying to say there was some kind of collusion with Russia, and that simply was not the case, and the report bears that out. So, you know, they keep dragging this out on and trying to make a big deal out of it. Nothing was there, and like I said, there'll be time to look at that report, but tomorrow we're going to focus on the appropriations process, the $30 billion request to the Department of Justice, which is a lot of money, and we want to make sure that funding is going to the right places and making sure that it's well used within the Department of Justice.
I already know that 420 of you in the House voted for releasing the Mueller report per rules and regs, which William Barr has said he would do even at his confirmation hearing. So I'm not even going to ask that because everybody's on the record saying release it. What I do want to know, though, going forward, you talk about beating Donald Trump for the presidency, and that this might be, for a second term, this might be part of the game, if you will, for Democrats. I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but I'm just trying to quickly say it. I want to give you last comment on that.
No, absolutely. This is all about trying to tear down President Trump. He has done a great job over the last 2 years. We have a great economy. He's increased manufacturing in this country and continues to do so. And I think he's going to be reelected. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people who don't want to see him in a second term in the White House, and they're doing everything they can to tear him down.
Congressman Robert Aderholt from the great state of Alabama. Again, welcome to Outnumbered Overtime. Thank you.
Thank you.